Friends, my name is Sarah and I'm here in my garden. It's been a little bit since I've done a tour, but I'm going to do that today because I want to show the vegetable garden before I transition a lot of it this weekend. I'm going to get it ready for the summer plantings in a few weeks. I have to process a ton of greens because, as you will see shortly, they are all going to seed, so I need to get them out and get those canned. So let's take a look. All right, here's this sweet sign that my mama made me. We're gonna go in the gate here. And yeah, see all of these yellow flowers? They are all from the Brassica bolting. They are all going to seed. But anyway, right in the front here, I've got some pots that I still have to plant. I'm probably going to fill in this spot here with some hollyhocks because there's a ton of lilies here, as you can see. Look at these. They're gigantic and they're so pretty every year. They're going to get even bigger than this. And then along the fence here, I have my clematis. This one is one of my favorites. And then I have this giant purple one over here too. You can see how much bigger this one is. And anyway, they go all over here and I just love them. Here I have my potato bags, which you can see. Here's some potatoes coming up. So that is very exciting. So I have a few bags of these. I have a pot of chard that's actually looking, I mean, it's fine. I've had it growing in here since the winter in the greenhouse, so it's okay. And then I have a little strawberry tower here. You can see little strawberries coming in. There's just different kinds. There's another one here. I don't plant very many because the birds and squirrels inevitably get them. Here's my extra garlic. I had a few extra, so I put those in there. And then under this grapevine here, which is going wild, I have these greens that have been here for a couple years now. I just kind of let them do their thing and hang out. And then I also have some candy onions under there as well, and a random tree, so that needs to come out. But back over here, you will see all of these overwintered brassicas going to seed, and I will still eat these. I process my greens with a lot of flavor, so for me it doesn't really matter. So all these big leaves will come out. I will also do a round of kale because I have several kale plants going to seed. And then what will stay in here will be these guys. This is a honeywort, and then you can see all these little spinach babies coming up through here. So I'm going to let them hang out because on this trellis here, I'm going to plant some noodle beans and some snake beans. Over here I have some elderberry cuttings that are doing pretty well. I didn't expect all of them to live, but I think I've got 6, so that's pretty good. That's probably more than I can fit, actually. Anyway, there was a giant bee behind me, so now it's gone. And then moving to these beds, I have a lot of, this is called Vivid Choy, super pretty. Just, use those as greens, and I have some scarlet kale here, so I really am going to be enjoying this color when it gets bigger. And here I have some cabbages, which I am going to leave these in. They're starting to form heads. I mean, these are just huge, so I will be leaving those. This kale back here is coming out though, but it's just so pretty. I don't even, I don't feel rushed to pull this out of the garden because they're just lovely. It just gives the color. The bees like it. So, but yeah, it will come out this weekend. Oh, good grief. Look at this. Squirrels just keep digging. I gotta put my plants right. This is a kale. This is a lacinato kale. And this is a little borage baby right here that I put in. And then of course, more giant greens over here. This is where I plant my tomatoes because they grow up, and then I put them on this trellis here. Then over here, my overwintered ragged Jack kale. So all of this is just, again, so pretty. And then in this bed, I still have to amend this bed. I haven't put compost on it yet. But here's a rough looking cauliflower. That's what this is, but that's okay. I'll use the cauliflower greens, add those to the stock pot, and then this giant, you see this thing? Oh my god, it's so pretty. Look at this. This bronze fennel. This will explode with 1,000,000 yellow flower heads, and the caterpillars, butterflies will love it, and I keep it here every year. And it had a baby. There's another baby down here. Yay! And then I have all my sweet peas coming up. They are going crazy. And then in this pot I have wild garlic. This is wild garlic, and I just let it bloom. This year I planted lupins because when we went to Iceland, there was just, landscape that was covered in lupins, and I was like, I have to be successful at this year, and I hope they stick around. So they have historically not really done well. It gets too hot here, but we'll see what happens. Some lovely irises, some more ginormous lilies. These are red ones. They're really pretty. And then over here, good golly Miss Molly, do you see the size of this catnip plant? Look at it. It's huge. It's huge. But it's a good thing I love catnip. I use it all the time. And then over here, I've got some really lovely looking rainbow tatsoi. Oh, look how pretty that is. So pretty. I've got some bee balm coming up. This is a primrose. Both of these guys are going to get moved. This is a cauliflower, and then some more greens that are bolted. So those will be coming out. And we go around here. I think this is all feverfew that reseeded in this pot. So I'm leaving that. I'm leaving that feverfew to hang out. It came from this plant right here, and then also this one that jumped over there, so I'm gonna leave that. Here, some more lilies, and one of my alliums that's blooming. This will get a little bit bigger, and I just love alliums, one of my favorite flowers. And then here I have my columbine. Look how pretty this is. Oh my goodness, just lovely. Look at it, it's so whimsical. So whimsical. And I have more sweet peas, more lilies, and these were giant snowdrops, and those are all done. So, oh, here I had the most gigantic greens, like collard plant that I had ever had, ever. I mean, look at this. This is a huge, gigantic leaf, and it's so tall. It's just out of control. So that's coming out. Got some beets here that have been eaten. Someone ate those, so I'm just gonna leave those. And then I have passion flower that's gonna be the bane of my existence here shortly, because it's comes up everywhere. Here's some comfrey that needs to be moved, some sedum, some St. John's wort, some irises, my fig trees, and more irises. Here is my very unruly perennial onion bed. I have Egyptian walking onions and spring onions in there. I will be planting these two trellises, this one here and the one down there, with cucumbers and squash. I haven't done anything with these beds. This one's completely blank. This is where the beans are gonna go. This needs to be cleaned up a lot. Over here is also a very unruly bed that I think I'm just gonna have to completely take up. I'm gonna relocate the lemon balm, this valerian here, because there's lemon balm there, and then there's a sage that's down there. So I will relocate these. It's been completely taken over by these garlic chives, which I love, but I love more than just garlic chives. Look at these. This is supposed to be the garlic bed, but it looks like the garlic chive bed, doesn't it? Because they are bad at sharing. They just love to be everywhere. But regardless, my garlic is doing well. My actual garlic is doing really well. It's gotten really big over the last couple weeks. So, and then, yeah, there'll be more beans on these two trellises, and then the squash here. My comfrey, I already need to start harvesting it because it's just so big. I have it on either side of this path. And then in this bed, I have some more Vivid Choy here, and actually that looks like a turnip next to it. So I guess we just double planted. And then this is more Ragged Jack kale that I will leave. This beautiful cabbage, look at this. I just love these cabbages. These are from Johnny's, and they're just, they actually do, I guess, get really huge, but the heads didn't really get huge, just the plant did. But it's just, I mean, it's almost like iridescent. It's just so beautiful. And I have some more over there in the corner. And they've been here since the fall. So those are definitely cabbages I overwinter. Then I have some valerian here that's coming up. Look at this. I'm probably going to have to end up moving some of these guys. And then my thistle here that has just spread and gotten so big. And then here, bum, is the nettle patch that just goes on forever. I put some cardboard down in here just to try to get some space for something else. But the nettle will take over, because look, it's already going to seed, which I will need to collect, but I'm going to come out here after I'm done with this video and harvest a lot of nettle for drying. I need to start drying some of it for tea. Not like I'm running out or anything, because let's be real. Look at that nettle patch. It's out of control. Here are some roses. Get some yellow roses blooming. Back there, we've got some pink ones blooming. And then the ones along the fence here are red. And it's really pretty when all of them are in bloom together, which will be hopefully soon. This is my berry patch. I have raspberries, and you can see the little blueberries coming. Oh, so exciting. And then here are my carrots that I overwintered and some leeks that I put in. So the carrots will be coming out this weekend. I will be using the tops for carrot top pesto, and whatever roots have formed, they will be used for whatever I can use them for. Here is this. This is actually, I think, a turnip, and look at this. These are all seed pods. Isn't that wild? I mean, like, I don't even know. I can't even guess how many, I mean, thousands upon thousands of turnip seeds would be available from just this one plant. Like, how many turnips could you grow? Oh, countless turnips. Yeah, some more cabbages, and these carrots I did not plant here, so I actually think I'm gonna let these grow and flower, because I get really pretty flowers. So since I didn't put you here, you're gonna produce flowers for me, for the butterflies. So we're back to the beginning with the ginormous bolted greens that I will be cooking this weekend. Here's another little baby honeywort. This is a really pretty flowering plant. If you've never heard of it or seen it, I will be showing you soon. And there's a little sneaky valerian that I'm just gonna leave it there. I'll relocate it next year because it will be back. So yeah, this is what the garden is looking like so far. And in a few days, it will look completely different. So thanks for hanging out and checking out my garden. I'm going to do a tour of the medicinal garden, maybe this weekend or next week, because that's very exciting. It's the second year for the medicinal garden, and it's really just coming back. It's blowing my mind. So I will definitely be showing you guys that soon. But I'll see you then. Bye!